On the count of three, we both say how many times we've shit our pants as an adult. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 30.
Too many. I'm 30 probably. I shit my pants a lot.
Me too.
Really?
Oh my God. Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show. It's podcast time, and I'm your host, Daniel Tosh, host of the Tosh Show podcast, the only podcast that is non-smoking, pet-friendly, and queer-friendly. A lot going on, Eddie.
What's going on?
The show has hit the mainstream.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cat's out of the bag. The show has finally reached my mother.
Oh,
I never told her that I was doing a podcast, and the other day she calls me up and she goes, Daniel, I've got two things to tell you. I'm like, all right, what is it? She goes, one, it's illegal in the state of Florida to record someone over the phone. And I started laughing. And she goes, then ready for this? She goes, two, I'd like to be the intern.
wow.
That's what she said.
I like it.
She wants to be the intern. I said, I don't know, Mom. You're not going to move out here, and you're not good at stuff. So, but we'll think about it. I had never brought the show up to her, honest to God. And now I know that she listens. And you know what she said about it?
What?
She goes, oh, man, it's just so many swear words. You're just swearing constantly. So now that I know she's listening, I'm going to be thinking about that. Now I feel like, this show's not going to be as free as it once was because I've got that little thing on my shoulder. What is that?
Little Margot.
Cancer. No. Little Margot. Speaking of mothers, I was in Palm Springs last week at the Indian Wells tennis tournament, and anytime a female tennis player is playing and she's a mother, they make such a big deal about it. Like, look at a mother competing as a professional athlete, and I'm just not that impressed. Now, a grandmother, that's something to brag about.
Yeah.
If there was a grandmother still competing as a pro tennis player, but just a mother, I know having a child is a major ordeal, but once you've recovered and you're back to your old physical shape and training, it's like, we don't know if you're a good mom, right?
True.
They could be a shitty mom that just has somebody else doing everything. And I'm not even saying that means that you're a shitty mom, but I'm just saying, I just don't, it's not that. I need to know all the circumstances for me to be like, I can't believe, and she's playing tennis? I mean, my mom's played tennis every day of her life. You don't see me singing her praises. What a hero. You raised us and you went out and played tennis today? Ran into Michelle We've had her on the show. That interview is coming up soon. It's nice to see her. She introduced me to her husband. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you look just like your logo. Djokovic, I don't care where you stand politically, but if you like Djokovic, you're dead to me. I'm not a fan of Novak Djokovic, and he lost to the lucky loser in the second round. Now, he's the undisputed GOAT of tennis, and he lost to the lucky loser. You know who the lucky loser is? He's the guy that didn't even get into the tournament, but somebody dropped out, and then he got to fill their place.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and he upset Djokovic. And then immediately in the next round, he just got his ass kicked. But whatever. It was a life-changing moment for him, I'm sure. Do I remember his name? No, not at all. But he's an American, I think. I have no idea. I came up with a joke. Do you want to hear it, Eddie?
I do.
Novak Djokovic, Aaron Rodgers, and Kyrie Irving walk into a bar. The bartender pulls out a shotgun and blows his head off.
It's perfect.
You get it? Yeah. And then Aaron Rodgers and Djokovic look at each other and go, oh, must be one of the side effects to the vaccine. Oh, and they all laugh. And then Elon Musk walks in. Oh,
Good joke.
it's this joke. I haven't finished it. It's just going to be a long joke. All right. That's enough sports for one episode. Let's talk to the founder of a boy band cover group. Enjoy. Tosh Show. We've set the studio temp to 98 degrees, so I'm in sync with today's guest. He's no new kid on the block, and ever since creating the boy band project, he's transformed his boys to men while heading in one direction cruise ships. Please welcome my favorite cover boy band mogul, Travis.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for doing this. This is my first question that I ask all my guests. Okay. Do you believe in gay ghosts?
Oh, gosh. Gay ghosts?
No, just ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts, really. I know.
No.
I wish I did, but I don't.
What do you mean? You wish you but basically what you said to me is, I wish I was stupid, but I'm not stupid. I'm smart.
I kind of do wish that sometimes. Don't you wish that?
Oh.
That you didn't know the things that you know, that you have to know?
No, I'm okay with it. All right, so you don't believe in ghosts. That's great.
I don't.
Oh, Travis. You grew up in Southern California?
Yes, I did.
Where?
I actually grew up in a little town called Norco.
Uh-huh.
It's next to Corona, where the 91 meets the 15.
You
know it?
No,
Okay.
I don't know the town, but I know the area. But I also get confused when people start saying highway numbers. I know 91 goes straight out like to the Inland Empire. No,
It's in the Inland Empire, yeah, for sure.
Do you ever say Inland Empire? Do you ever say IE?
I try not to, but sometimes I have to to get the message across.
Is it conservative out there?
Absolutely, yeah.
How'd that affect you?
I mean, I didn't really come out until I was 19, and I knew that I was going to go to the East Coast, and then I just went crazy over there. So I kind of kept a lid on it until I went over there because I knew it wouldn't be fun in the IE.
How was
being gay?
Oh,
There's no gay bars. There was no gay people at school.
did you ever date a girl?
I did. Yeah, she's in this room, actually.
I won't get too into the details of that relationship.
She's married now to a wonderful man named Dylan.
Who's also gay?
What?
I said,
I haven't heard that.
I said, who's
I haven't
also
heard
gay.
that.
Were you obsessed with music growing up?
Yes, I guess. It was just my life. My mom's a music teacher. It wasn't like, are you going to play an instrument? It's what instrument are you going to play?
Do you play everything?
I don't.
Do you play anything?
I play the piano and I play the trumpet, kind of.
The trumpet.
Yeah.
Who wants
It's
to hear
awful.
that?
I know. It really, nobody wants to hear it. They put it in the back of the orchestra because it's loud and annoying and I wasn't any good at all.
The piano, though, is just wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm furious at my parents. Everyone, my parents, all my siblings, can all play the piano. And I can't play the piano. And I asked my mom, why didn't you force me to take lessons? And she's like, oh, you didn't want to. You never wanted to. And I'm like, well, so you just listened? She's like, I wasn't going to fight with you to play the piano.
So my mom, I didn't really want to play, but my mom was a concert pianist. Right. So she was like, you don't get allowance until you play the piano.
Genius.
And so now I know how to play.
And you're thankful for it.
I am
and
actually.
And how cool is it to have a piano in your place?
Great. I actually don't feel comfortable unless there's an acoustic piano in the place that I live. Is that weird?
No, but I actually just wanted the piano just because I like the way it looks.
Yeah, it is kind of cool looking, right?
Right.
It's sophisticated.
Like I just want something like cool, stand up, you know, like
chunky,
aged.
old school. Mm-hmm. Yes, I love
Probably
that.
black. I think
Absolutely black.
Okay. Talk to me just about you were an off-Broadway show, Altar Boys.
Yeah, so
for 500 how long did you do that?
I
years?
So the show ran for 5 years off Broadway, and I did the last year and a half of it. Mm-hmm. And I did 555 performances. And it's a musical about a Catholic boy band saving the souls of New York through their singing and hip hop dance. It's basically a recreation of a boy band concert on stage, but with like a lot of like different comedy about the different idiosyncrasies of being in a boy band and like whatnot, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I did that for a year and a half off Broadway, closed it.
First of all, I'm just curious, what's your, are you familiar with the Catholic Church? What's your stance on the Catholic Church? What's your stance on Altar Boys?
I have no stance on Altar Boys, really. Like, I don't even really know about Catholicism besides like what the lyrics that I had to sing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I grew up like more Pentecostal.
Sure.
You know,
Me too, but I still despise everything the Catholic Church. Like I would, there's like a Catholic church like near a home, and I make my kids walk fast past it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because you know who's never been sexually assaulted in a Catholic church is a kid who's never been inside a Catholic church.
That's a good point.
So that's I'm playing those odds only.
Right.
I don't care if it's 1 in a billion. You're not going. I don't like it.
Well, people who
I'm not a fan of the
people
Catholic
who love
Church.
the Catholic, like the Catholic religion, actually loved the show because we did poke fun at it a lot. I mean, a lot of people also thought that we were ministering to them, which was bizarre.
Just be straight with me for one moment. The musical Rent.
Yeah.
True or false? The worst musical on Broadway.
False. Oh, that was my jam. Are you kidding me?
All right.
Oh, I love it. I used to pop in that CD and I thought like, oh yeah, no, I'm listening to rock music now. This is my jam.
I married a woman who just listens to the Broadway channel on satellite radio all the time. And I just, it's
not your thing.
So bad. I mean, some of it, you get into it, you start picking favorites real quick. On the count of 3, we both say how many times we've shit our pants as an adult. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 30.
Too many. I'm 30 probably. I shit my pants a lot.
Me too.
Really?
Oh my God.
I really think I have a problem.
No, I know I have a problem.
I should talk to a doctor about it.
What do you do when you're performing? Like, has it ever happened Broadway? Like, you're like, oh no.
One time I took a pee break in the middle of a scene in a show once because I had to.
I'm not talking about pee. I'm talking about diarrhea.
Oh, I never have to shit on stage. For some reason,
I thought you said you shit your pants.
Yeah, just in daily life, though.
Right, but your stomach doesn't get upset or nervous before a performance ever, and you have to like empty everything out.
Not that way.
Oh, good for you. You're not living my life at all. I've been on a toilet just exploding, and I hear them introducing me, and I'm like, well, I'm not coming.
That's devastating. So what do you do?
No, just let them deal with whatever they got to deal with out there.
Show must go on, right?
No, it doesn't. The show doesn't go on.
The show doesn't happen. Shuts down.
The show waits until I'm finished.
Right.
And then I get out there. I'm like, oh yeah, I was in the back
it's your
doing
show,
cocaine, right? And they all just laugh.
Oh, the coke shits. Okay.
No, I don't. I don't do cocaine. I just say something stupid to move on. All right, but it's okay. All right, but you've crapped yourself. That's good. Everyone talks about Broadway. It's just a tough place to make a living, especially in the most expensive city. Well, certainly in our country. Is off-Broadway even worse? What are we looking at? What kind of income can you make on a hit show off-Broadway?
Off-Broadway, I was pulling in like $1,000 a week, which is nothing for New York. Like we felt like rock stars, but we were broke as a joke. I mean, we were going on TV shows, but we were spending all of our money for our studio apartments in Hell's Kitchen and barely squeaking by, but it was amazing.
How'd you get into... how'd you make the jump? Say, oh, I have an idea. This boy band project.
I did Altar Boys for a long time, and I was kind of getting sick of like the up and down roller coaster of like, okay, now what do I do? Scramble, audition, and then you get something, but then that gig is still like 6 months away, so you got to figure out what to do in that time. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I have all of these friends who look like they could be in a boy band. Mm-hmm. Let me keep this going. And I was getting a lot of like gig work because I had a certain notoriety from being in that show for so long. Mm-hmm. And so I created my own entity, which is the Boy Band Project, which is essentially a contemporary boy band cover group. So we cover NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, but with like expert Broadway vocals, choreography, and whatnot. It started as like a party act and then slowly turned into like performing arts centers and cruise ships, and now we're here in LA.
Only NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, or do you do all the boy bands?
We do all like the contemporary ones. So it's like circa 2090s,
sure.
Right? So
you do LFO?
We do LFO.
Just the one song?
That's the only song that's worth singing. Yeah. O-Town.
What song in O-Town? All or Nothing?
All or Nothing, Liquid Dreams.
I actually like All or Nothing.
Oh, it's amazing.
That's the problem with I can listen. I appreciate Tool. I like that rock and roll, but it's like I like All or Nothing by O-Town.
Yeah. Well, you're well-rounded then.
I don't know if that's the right word, but sure.
No, it's funny because in high school, I was low-key obsessed with these boy bands, but so were like all of my straight friends in choir. And we would play All or Nothing and just sing like it was like our everything. Like this was our frickin' song. We'd look into each other's eyes and just sing All or Nothing. To this day, like it's still my favorite song. I created the show, so I get to sing what I want to sing. And that's the song that I always pick for myself.
That's great.
I freaking love it.
I also like the statement, my straight friends in choir.
Yeah. Because they were all straight.
Were they?
I mean, is Anya? I think so.
I don't know. This isn't a contemporary boy band, but do you consider whatchamacallit? What's that group that everybody thinks is the greatest band of all time?
The Beatles?
The Beatles, yeah.
Yeah.
You consider the Beatles a boy band?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But not like there's a lot of people that cover those, and so I try to stick to the 2 decades
that's good.
for the group just because nobody else is doing it.
How many people are in your group?
So there's 4 on stage at a time, but I've got a roster of like probably about 20 guys in New York City that know the show. And so the business model that I created is that when they're not in a Broadway show, like remember how I told you there's usually that 6 months in between your contracts sometimes. You book the greatest gig ever, but you're still broke as a joke until you get there. And so they like, hey, I've got 6 months off. Can you put me in a boy band?
Right.
And so I get them gigging on cruise ships. I send them to LA.
What's your thought on cruise ships?
They're horrid.
Yeah.
They're awful.
It's tough, right?
But the money is so good. And they if you're a headliner, you're like, you've got it made. You're a prince. You get your own cabin with a balcony. It's free meals. We do a 7-day contract and we do work 1 day and I get paid for the whole week. And
so coming off of struggling to make ends meet in New York City, it's a breath of fresh air.
Oh, people and the boys love it.
And by the boys, you mean the band, the group.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird calling them the boys though? What's the age range of your boys?
I mean, anywhere from 45 to down to...
Okay, I thought you were going the other direction.
Like 23.
There's no actual boys in the boys band. That's all I'm getting at.
Right. It's more of like a...
You're all men.
Yeah, I guess. Or men that never grew up, yeah.
Are you all sexy?
Yeah.
Is there any dogs in the bunch? You know, like sometimes I'll like look at...
Dogs.
I'll stare at like... I'm in Vegas and you see an ad for Thunder from Down Under or Magic Mike. And you look at them together and like, oh, these are beautiful men. But then when you start looking at them individually, like, all right, this guy is disturbing. There's always
one, yeah.
This guy,
like how did he get in there?
Quite evolved.
Yeah, who's he related to, right?
Anyway, so are most of you guys all very attractive was the question.
Yes, I will say yes.
Any straight guys in the group?
Yes.
Multiple?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
They don't dance as well? What's the rule?
You have to dance, So generally the guys or the boys that have this certain skill set to be in the boy band project end up being gay. I've got a lot of straight guys who are freaking awesome with it and they're just down with whatever.
Are they appropriating gay culture?
No, because the bands were gay.
They weren't?
I mean, some they
sure.
Metro maybe.
Well,
I think there is something inherently gay about being in a boy band, maybe just because of the ability to express your emotion really freely.
Agree.
There's no stoicism with being in a boy band. Then like why watch them if they're not gonna like bare their soul to you in a song?
Speaking of baring your soul, how have you dove into this new Britney Spears book yet?
Oh no, but I want to.
Right?
Have you?
No, but every time I read like Justin Timberlake paid for an abortion, I just get so excited. I'm like, why do I love that headline so much?
I start to sweat. It just makes me so nervous.
Because he's at home right now with his wife going, fucking shut this crazy bitch up.
Oh.
Is NSYNC doing a comeback tour good for business or bad for business?
Good for business. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Has Joey Fatone asked to join?
Not yet.
No. What's he doing? What horrible pisa sauce is he selling?
Oh, it's a French onion dip.
He's got a French onion dip? Oh, congratulations. You ever do any songs from the 98 Degree Christmas album?
Yes, This Gift. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
My wife went and saw that show, I think last year, but the year before. She was so excited to. And then afterwards, she was going to meet one of them, but she didn't meet the one. She met the one that nobody likes.
The one with the goatee.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, God, no.
You only want to meet Lachey,
Yeah.
right? And they're the two brothers.
Or it's the two brothers and then the hot one with the muscles. He was my favorite one.
I don't know, but then there's like the other guy that just looks like he should be.
He never said a word.
Produce.
Yeah.
Do you ever sing any girl songs or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. What about K-pop? Do you ever do any K-pop songs?
Not yet.
I worry. I'm before you put your toe into that arena.
Yeah.
Were there any black boy bands?
Boys to Men.
You consider them a boy band?
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't.
Because they don't dance.
They dance. They dance their fucking asses off. Okay, let me tell you that. I say this nicely. The fat one, who's not really that fat. He's just slightly bigger than the other ones. He's a dancing machine. I know this because they opened. They didn't open for me, but they were on the show in front of mine in Vegas for many years. But they can move. Boy bands always have a specific character for each person. The heartthrob, the goofy one. Mm-hmm. Which one are you?
I'm the boy next door.
I didn't know that was one. The boy next door. All right. What are there?
So in our group, we have the sensitive one, we have the bad boy, we have the boy next door, and we have the sporty one.
So the boy next door is really kind of the heartthrob. That's what I would call
Kind
the
of.
heartthrob.
Yeah.
Did you give yourself that? Did you say, I'm taking this one?
I kind of floated around for a little bit. Like, I wanted it to be an organic choice, really.
All right.
I started as the sensitive one, but then there was a guy in the group that was just like so freaking sensitive. And so
The gay community has criticized your productions for not being gay enough. When you originally came out, that you thought this was who I'm targeting to, and that was the feedback, or?
yeah, I mean, it started out because I just knew so many people in gay entertainment. You know, I was like, okay, I created a show. Let me pitch it to the venues that I know the people at. And
Right.
so I went to the gay places and, you know.
I mean, how many drag shows can you have before you need to throw in something different?
Thank you. Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
know if that was wrong to say.
No,
Okay.
no, absolutely. Because so we do a show called Boy Band Brunch in New York, which I call the alternative to drag brunch.
Okay.
But going back to what you said about the gay world, it was because we weren't really saying like our songs weren't about being gay. You know, none of the boy band songs are about being gay. Your show's not about being gay. So why are you doing this in gay places all the time?
Okay.
And then we slowly discovered that we would perform in gay places. Like we headlined at Gay Ski Week in Aspen, and
I've never been there. I've been to Gay Ski Week in Telluride, which was wonderful.
yeah,
But I've never been to Gay Ski Week in Aspen.
oh, it's fabulous.
So they're having them in all different resorts, huh?
Oh yeah, I had the best outfit for Gay Ski Week.
Uh-huh.
It was freaking amazing.
What was it?
It was just like we had like, well, one of the guys had like a rainbow fur jacket, and then I had just this like hot pink jumper. Is that what you call it? Like
Sure,
the
a bib.
Ski
Bib.
jumper.
I think it's called a ski bib.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you can call it a jumper, but it's a ski bib.
Sure. Okay. Ski bib. Yeah. It was fabulous. So
Did you ski there in Aspen? Because Aspen's
we didn't even ski. We just wore the outfits. We had the opportunity to, and we were like, oh, we're tired. But yeah, so we sold out the show and we got on stage and it was filled with middle-aged women. We're like, I don't even think that these people live in Aspen. Like, how did they find out about the show? And so that was like a moment where I was like, we're marketing this to the wrong audience. And then we kind of switched. And then it really started to take off from then.
Is it fun to sing to these women?
No, it's the best. It's freaking amazing. You know, they treat us like we are in sync. You know, we go on these cruise ships and they're like asking for our autographs.
Do any of this straight boys ever try to hit on their fans? And is that frowned upon?
You know?
Because I bet they think they're there in a safe zone. Next thing they know, it's like, whoa, what's going on here?
I mean, that's a great idea for a straight guy if they're really looking. I mean, I don't know. I've never clocked it, though.
Have you ever tried to get a show in Vegas?
In Vegas? No, not yet.
Okay. All right. This is stop right now because I got connections.
Work.
And I want 50%. No, 5%.
You got it.
Of the profit.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems insane. This seems like a no-brainer.
I mean, We just made it to LA.
I know,
we've
but
been doing
fuck
the New York
LA.
thing.
I'm saying Vegas is like your cruise ships. They've got all the money in the world.
Yeah, but you have to be in Vegas.
I know, but it's not. I mean, listen. Even if it's small stints, maybe it's like you get a residency at a place where it's just I don't know. Pick a cool day. The first Thursday of every month, and everybody different four fly in. Nice hotel, nice food, blah blah blah.
100%.
Okay,
that'd be great. Let's make it happen.
this is a no-brainer. This is easy. I just don't know what casino is right for the boy band project. I have to think about that for a second.
Planet Hollywood.
What? Ugh. All right, you're off. No, you're fired. When you're singing to liquored up 50-year-old women on stage, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking, God bless you. Thank you for being here tonight and spreading your love with us and allowing us to sing to you.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're the reason that we do it. We love them. They're great. And, they love that. I mean, because we are mostly gay, it's a very safe space for them. So it becomes a very, interactive show sometimes.
Oh, does that mean you touch?
Sometimes, yeah.
Do they touch? Do they get inappropriate?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't ever get called out for that. That's interesting.
No, because, as long as they're tipping us. Sometimes it ends up being like Magic Mike meets NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
Okay, so there is grinding happening?
There's a lot of grinding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a specific song where you bring someone on stage and do all this stuff too? Do you tie them into a chair?
We don't tie them.
Okay, that's good.
I feel like that's tricky.
My one of the producers, Pete, his wife, she got brought up on stage on Magic Mike, and they just all of them just were on top of her, rubbing her, doing it. Then they brought her up into the air like crazy high.
Wow.
She was suspended, but they the whole time they were grinding, and they're like, okay, you're going to go up in the air really high, and if you do you have any heart conditions or whatever?
Right then and there, she signed a release.
Some version of that, but he got jealous when she got home. Didn't like it. He didn't like that she did it. I don't know why he got jealous, but that's just him. Are you married?
Yes.
How long have you been married?
Married for 3 years, but together for 15.
How many of those years, 15, faithfully?
In gay world?
Is that different?
0.
Does that change when you get married?
No.
No?
No.
Wow, that is insane to me.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, that's not marriage to me. Like marriage, you have to have the part where you don't get to ever do that stuff.
The miserable part.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, I get mad at my friend who is bisexual. He always if I'm in a relationship with a man, he's like, I can still occasionally be with a woman. I'm like, no, that's not. You don't get an out. That's fucking bullshit. You have to. The whole point is one. If I knew that was on the table,
Emotionally one.
Okay.
Well, why put your relationship in a box?
I mean, you're preaching to the choir. I need you to talk to the other.
Talk to your wife.
You think that's very common when you said in the gay world that?
Oh yeah.
That
I know very little gay couples that are 100% monogamous.
Huh.
In a long-term relationship. I can't even think of one.
David Sedaris.
No way. Really?
I just one
just
that
the
popped
first
in my
came in
that popped in that I thought would probably be monogamous. He seems like a recluse of sorts.
Maybe.
Well, here's what I've learned in my life is that there is every version of every type of relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's tons and tons of monogamous gay men.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Looking at you right now going, asshole.
Yeah, and
you get to go have your cake and eat it too.
Maybe they should try it. I don't know.
No, because then you can't try it. It has to be something that has to be established from day one.
No, I don't think so.
You can't be monogamous for 15 years and then be like, hey, honey, I got an idea. How about I start fucking banging somebody else?
If it's either that or the highway.
Right. Yeah. I didn't marry somebody that wouldn't be like, yeah, I'll take the highway.
True. But if you're going to be happier if you go down this road together or you make a decision to be happy apart.
Listen, I know it can't happen for me. But if you told me, hey, you're going to have the career that you want to have and blah, 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 and you're going to be able to take care of your family and all of this stuff, but you have to be faithful to one person. Would you take the deal? And I say, yeah,
100%.
I take the deal.
Yeah, of course.
So that's the way I look at it, because I think if I'm out in the world right now, I'm going to put myself in a bad situation eventually.
Totally. But I mean, in my experience, I found that because it's open.
You don't put yourself in bad situations.
No, I don't act on it.
Oh.
Because there's no barbed wire fence around my relationship. I just stay put.
I don't like that you referred to my relationship as a barbed wire fence.
It's just a metaphor.
You think your ex-girlfriend out there cheats on her husband?
No, I don't think she does.
Everybody that comes on the show, I give them a gift, but I don't buy gifts. I just take stuff from my house that I'm like, why do I have this?
Okay.
And I get rid of it.
Okay.
What size shoe are you?
9.5.
No, that's not going to work for you.
Uh-oh.
I got these roller skates.
Shut up.
And they light up when the wheels roll. But they're too big.
Oh, no. What size are they?
I don't know.
Thank you.
You give them, but you
What
can
size
re-gift
are
them to somebody, and then you'll be fine. I think they say 12.
They're 12. I'll just wear 3 pairs of socks.
Listen, whatever. I just thought that you might like them because they're kind of cool and they light up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's very sweet of you.
I actually rode them one time, and I fell very hard.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Well, what are you going to do? Lou Pearlman, you're doing a show about him? What's that about?
Yeah, so we're doing a musical.
He's a piece of shit, right?
Piece of shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And the musical definitely makes that clear.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's about the creation of O-Town, but it's also the parallels between Lou Pearlman and Colonel Parker, who was the manager for Elvis, and they both stole the money. And then there was one guy, and the show is called The Manager, and so it was the associate manager with Colonel Parker and Lou Pearlman, who worked on O-Town. And I got a call from a producer who wanted a boy band, and they wanted an actual boy band to come in and play O-Town. And so we brought the crew in this month to do it. And we're workshopping it right now.
All right. I have an idea for you if you want to. It's probably not a good idea, but get old people. They can sing like a choir, and I want them to look like they would be like, traditional God-believing whatever folk. But anyway, and I just want them to do cover songs of Two Live Crew songs.
It's Two Live Crew.
They were a nasty, a rap group from South Florida in the late 80s. They're the ones that created the parental advisory sticker for albums.
I love it.
But I just want to hear those songs.
This is 80-year-olds rocking
Pop
out.
That Coochie. They had songs like that.
Yeah.
You would know some of their songs if you heard. They're wonderful.
The Coochie song,
Well,
obviously. Yeah.
Well, it's not. You understand. I'm trying to think of some other popular Two Live Crew songs. Doesn't matter. You watch. Somebody else is going to take this idea. I just want it to exist. I don't want any credit. Fuck, marry, kill. You ready?
Oh, God.
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees.
Oh, fuck 98 Degrees for sure. God, that is really hard. That's like Sophie's Choice.
Well, here we are.
I'd marry NSYNC because they have more money. Right?
That's right.
Kill the Backstreet Boys, but I would be devastated about it. Not happy.
No. The Backstreet Boys is the right choice to kill. What's your favorite Backstreet Boys song?
I Want It That Way.
What was the music video to that?
That's where they're on the plane. They're getting off the plane and they're all wearing all white and the fans are like, going crazy.
I remember that one. TRL.
Oh, I love it.
Did you love it?
Oh, loved it. Never missed an episode.
As an adult now and living in New York, when you go by that window where it was, do you ever look up there and think about the days that people would just be all out in the street?
I used to. I haven't in a while now that you mention it. It's been gone a very long time.
I know. It was such a part of culture back then.
Yeah.
Carson Daly. Did you like him or hate him?
I thought he was annoying.
Mm-hmm.
He was really annoying.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was such an icon for the moment, right? For music.
I liked that guy that they had when they had that contest to become a VJ, and he talked with a crazy voice, and he looked like a homeless person, and he had hair that was all out here.
I do not remember that.
Jesse.
I do not remember that.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Jesse,
what was his last name?
He won a contest, and the reason he won is because America fucking kids were fucking hysterical, and they picked the guy that was clearly fucking methed out.
Oh, Jesus.
You don't remember Jesse?
Oh, yeah.
You guys remember him?
Absolutely. Jesse Camp.
Yeah, on the street, man. If you ever come to New York, do hang with us, man.
I wonder what he's doing now.
I'm sure. He's fucking dead.
He's probably got a podcast.
Yeah. He's got a podcast or he's dead. There's one or the other. You ever perform original songs with your group and do people get furious?
No,
i.e. the
they
women?
love it.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Because we do actually, but they're written within the style of millennium boy bands.
Mm-hmm. You ever do a cover of In Together?
Oh,
what was that map?
Together. Yeah, we have.
The calculus song?
I know my calculus, yeah. Hardest part of breaking up is getting back your stuff.
I just remember Chris Farley's brother in that, and that always made me laugh.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that was Chris Farley's brother.
You recently launched the Girl Band Project. Who's harder to manage, the boys or the girls?
The girls. It's so much harder than I thought. Well, probably because I spent 10 years working with boys, and then I was like, okay, I'll just, do the girls, and I'll just jump in there, and it'll be the same. And it was just so different. Like I don't know if it was because it was a guy, like, talking to women and telling them exactly what to do and where to be and what to wear and how to do it. Our first show almost had a mutiny, and I thought they were going to show up. And it ended up being fabulous, but I had to take him out to lunch and be like, what am I doing wrong here? You guys are great. Like, why isn't this working?
Did you fix the problem?
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, I've been a little scared to do it since then. A little PTSD.
Got it. Where do you like to vacation?
I just went to Marrakesh for my 40th birthday.
Mm-hmm. Really? Oh, look at you.
I know, I'm old. I told you.
I know.
It's the Botox. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, you look good. You're just 40?
I just turned 40, yeah.
Good job.
Thank
job,
you.
Son of a bitch. I wanted you to be 34.
I want to be 34.
All right. Where else have you been?
Buenos Aires. I went for my bachelor party.
Did you cheat on your partner at your bachelor party?
I didn't do that. That's a little on the nose.
Okay.
To do it.
I didn't know.
I mean, I've got standards. Yeah.
Is it not called cheating?
No, I wouldn't call it cheating because there's no rule.
Right. So okay.
So it's just
who
getting it done. I don't know.
Who cheats more in your relationship?
Me.
Is he older or younger?
He's older. He's 7 years older. Yeah.
My age, but still younger. I bet you had one hell of a reception at your wedding.
Yeah.
Did you sing at your wedding?
No, hell no.
Oh, I don't. Why is that a hell no?
Because it's work.
I know, but you still grab the microphone.
Did you do a podcast at your wedding?
No. No, I didn't. Touche.
There you go.
But I was occasionally funny.
There you go.
How many people were at your wedding?
Well, we did Destination, but I was 100.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
You made 100 people go someplace?
Yeah.
I did a Destination. I got 16.
Where was your destination?
Italy.
Oh, see, we just did Provincetown.
Okay. Well, that's different.
You don't need a passport.
I had to get a passport for my father-in-law. The guy had found out he had never left the country.
Oh, devastating.
Yeah.
He vacations in America?
That might be the funniest thing I've ever heard. How often are you performing with the group?
Sometimes I get so sick of it. I mean, I've been doing it for 10 years now, and so that's a lot of boy banding all the time. And I love boy bands. So every once in a while, it's just time to step back and creative control it, and make sure that everything is great and make sure that the show is intact and take a well-needed break from it. I love it, though.
Will you ever?
Really love it.
What about your age? Will you ever say, "Whoa, wait a second, I'm getting up there. It's not.
Yeah.
I have to pass the baton down."
Yeah, I'm sure that will happen eventually. Okay. But I also think because the nature of the show is comedy. Like, we're not really taking it serious. It's about being funny and fun and kind of like knocking fun at what the boy band genre is.
Right. I mean, it's what the boy bands should have been to begin with.
Right. But I think as we get into the middle age, I think it gets funnier. You don't?
No, I'm fine with it.
Maybe that's just what I'm telling myself so I can continue to have a performing career.
As long as you can get out there and still do it. Listen, I wish you all the success. I hope the boy band project makes you tons of money for 50 years and you can just sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on here.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This was fun.
Thank you. Tosh Show. Well, Carl, that does it. Travis, thank you for being on the show, and be extra careful on those roller skates. Carl, you believe it? He's roller skating in his own house. It's dangerous. Boys wear pink. I want to thank everybody for scamming the system and buying all the totes. We are now sold out of totes. So buy hoodies. Now just buy hoodies, please. All right. What else is going on? We got some tour dates coming up. Check us out as we travel around the country. Right, Carl? Eddie will be with us. Oh, that'll be good fun. And I got a big announcement. You ready for this? Should we get one of Eddie's drum rolls? Eddie, you want to do a drum roll? No, you'll scratch that. Instead of a drum roll, why don't you give me some cool background music while I make this big announcement about the GOAT? It comes out May 9th. That's all I needed, Eddie. Thanks. May 9th. 3 episodes will be dropped on Amazon Prime. Yeah. Then, after that, Bezos will release them however he sees fit. Don't question the algorithm. All hail Jeff. All right. Carl's asleep. Let's hear one more bedtime story from my son. See you next week.
Once upon a time in a a city with the wind, with the people, and then they were Baba and Mimi. The one was bright red and one was bright blue, and they were riding their bright red and bright blue toes around. But the blue guy didn't know, but he was a police officer. And the yellow guy didn't know, but he was a scientist. Hold on.
Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show.